Hello everyone. In this screencast, we are going to discuss about Google Maps Distance Matrix API. As the name suggests, this API is used to get the distance between source and destination. It also gives us the time taken to move from source to destination. In order to use this API, we need to register our application with Google. This can be done by following get a key link as shown here. Now, we need to use this link to communicate with the API. The output of this link may be either in JSON or XML format depending upon the parameter we have passed in our request. And to make a request, there we must mandatorily mention three parameters. One is origins and destinations, and the other is key. Origins and destinations can be either in string or longitude and latitude format. If we pass as string in string format, the API will be automatically converting into longitude and latitude format and then compute duration and the distance between origins and destinations. Key is the one which we get when we register our application with Google. Apart from this, we can pass many other parameters as which are optional parameters such as mode, units, avoid, language, etc. Mode is nothing but in which way you want to compute the direction and duration. That is either in driving or through bicycling or walking, etc. Units will be used to mention the distance in either miles format or kilometers format. Restrictions, when this is an optional parameter uh, to be passed along with request. Avoid, if we pass avoid equal to highways, then we are requesting Google to compute the distance and duration such that it does not contain any highways in it. It is not mandatory, but it is just requesting the Google to search in that way. If it is not possible, then Google will be giving us uh, duration and destination which involves highways in it. If we observe now, let's go to distance matrix responses. If we observe these two links, this contains JSON and this link contains XML. That means this link is requesting the API to give the output in JSON format, and this link is requesting the API to give output in XML format. Now let us observe a JSON output received from an API. It contains status, origin addresses, destination addresses, rows, etc. Origin addresses contains the set of origins passed to the API, and destination addresses contains the set of destinations passed to the API. We can pass more than one origin or more than one destination to the API. If we pass many origin addresses and many destination addresses to API, the API will be giving us direction and distance and duration from each origin addresses to the each destination in destination addresses. For example, here we have passed Vancouver and Seattle as our origins and San Francisco and Victoria as our destination. Now API will be giving us the direction, duration and distance between Vancouver to San Francisco and Vancouver to Victoria, as well as Seattle to San Francisco and Seattle to Victoria. Now, if we observe rows JSON array, it has several elements. In this, first element, first element contains the distance between the first origin in the origin addresses set to the destinations in destination addresses set. If we see in this one, rows in these rows, the first rows JSON array, the first element would be containing distances from Vancouver to San Francisco, and Vancouver to Victoria. And if we go into JSON array elements, here we'll be having status, duration, and distance. Duration has a value which is in seconds format, and distance has a text which is in either kilometers or miles, which is according to the parameter which we have passed in our request. Now let us write an application using this API. It is an application called demo, in which we'll be demonstrating the Google Maps Distance Matrix API. It contains a main activity in which we have a button, text view, and two edit text, one to enter origins and another to enter destinations. And main activity class contains initialization for buttons and text fields as shown here, and it implements the result interface which is declared in app async task. These are used to show progress dialogues and the end result on the main activity screen. And coming to app async task is a thread which is used to communicate with the API and calculate the distance between the past origin and destination. And the communication between main activity and app async task is done using interface called result. And if we go into do in background, this code consists of the communication setup, initializing the communication setup for our application and the API. After that, we would be calling parse JSON, passing it the received output which is in JSON format. Then we would be parsing it, and here you can see that here I am searching for a destination addresses array. After that, if we know that the received JSON format consists of rows, and in which we'll be having JSON array elements, in which we'll be having destination and duration. So I have parsed for JSON array called rows, and then in its first element I have parsed for JSON array called elements. Then in that I'm searching for duration object, and then I'm getting its value and it's converting to the string, and at the end it will be displayed in the main screen. Now I'll be showing you the demonstration of it. If we observe before that, if we observe the mode I have passed in the request is bicycling, which can be seen here. Destination, yeah, here you can see I have passed by mode as bicycling. So which we'll be calculating will be based on the bicycling route. Now let us execute this one. Charlotte, NC to RAL, Raleigh, NC, boom. So it takes me around 15 hours to 16 hours to go from Charlotte to Raleigh via Charlotte to Raleigh using bicycle. So this is the Google Distance Matrix API. Thank you.